Imagine a room that once felt boundless. Its walls offered safety, its ceiling awe. Yet now, that space feels tighter, the edges closer. Here, amidst the dim light and stillness, is where the journey begins. This is not a tale of abandonment, but of transcendence, where even the air seems to whisper, "Grow." As the familiar confines transform into catalysts of evolution, we journey down a path carved by ancient Stoic wisdom, where comfort is left behind and uncertainty embraced. In this space, where silent change brews, our true selves are revealed, not as final forms, but as unfolding possibilities. As we gently embark on this journey, life tugs us into the vast unknown, where silent cues and shadows stretch beyond the horizons of familiarity. In the dim twilight, standing on the brink of comfort and discovery, we engage in a profound exploration, to stretch past the boundaries that once cradled us and now beckon us to expand. In each reflective moment, we peel back layers, revealing the delicate dance of wisdom and desire in our quest for personal growth. Here, we acknowledge that growth is an unyielding force, embodying the impermanence and transformative essence of life. Once, the room we inhabit felt like a sanctuary, its walls embracing a cocoon of habits and beliefs. Yet over time, such comfort conspires to become a gilded cage. The ceiling, once revered, transforms from blessing into limitation. This is the paradox of comfort, offering solace while murmuring doubts that suppress change. Marcus Aurelius observed, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This Stoic insight encourages us to challenge our self-imposed confines, revealing that comfort itself invites us to transcend limitations. Thus, when comfort warps into discomfort, the room demands our awareness, urging us to surpass its familiar grip. To truly grow, we must embrace discomfort as an ally in our journey of expansion. In the cosmos, dynamic flux is the norm. Galaxies unfurl toward infinity, mirroring our own internal directives toward growth. Remaining idle resists this divine nature, defying the universal ebb and flow that insists on transformation. Resisting such cosmic summons courts stagnation. Like a dammed river, we stagnate, unaware of the adventure beyond. Attuning to this call clarifies growth, revealing gifts within discomfort's folds. The teachings of sages urge us to surrender to a grand framework, aligning with nature's rhythms that gently coax us forward on the path of self-discovery. Leaving comfort behind is a profound farewell, not born of disdain, but of reverence for latent potential. Like a hermit crab shedding its outgrown shell, we discard the obsolete to accommodate what is yet to come. Comfort, ephemeral as it is, serves as rest, never a destination. A tree must release old leaves to embrace its potential, akin to our growth beyond comforting anchors. Decay is inherent in all things. Work out your own salvation with diligence, Buddha reminds us. Shedding comfort liberates us from inertia's chains, propelling us toward clarity and evolution, where our true destination unfolds. In life's embracing currents, growth doesn't require force. It's a natural unfolding, like flowers tilting toward the sun. Surrendering to growth's inevitability dissolves resistance, welcoming internal harmonies. Fear and resistance yield under self-scrutiny, allowing potential reality to bloom. We find power not in external control, but in nurturing the inner landscape where change takes root. Epictetus wisely noted, Men are disturbed not by the things which happen, but by their opinions about the things. We are called to reshape perceptions, unlocking opportunities within, fostering new growth in the spirit's garden. Adversity, the forge of character, is no impediment. It is an architect molding destiny's design. Challenges carry latent potential, waiting like kindling for necessity's spark. Each struggle confronts illusions of limitation. Embracing adversity reshapes our fear and failure, granting clarity of understanding. Walls transform into frames for larger views, where cynicism gives way to broad awareness of the grand design we inhabit. History teaches us that greatness often arises because of hardship, not in spite of it, a testament to engagement with fate and evolution. The present moment represents a crucial component of transformation, a culmination of past choices and future starting points. Here, amid temporal chaos, we reconnect with our grounded essence, nurturing introspection and self-awareness. Realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have, Eckhart Tolle advises, emphasizing the present's role in overcoming mental inertia. Seizing the present with gratitude unfurls change's immutable tides, a vessel guiding us through time, whispering infinite possibilities and growth. Detachment, a conscious surrender to life's transience, liberates us from possessive identities and expectations. It allows exploration of growth's potential without restraint. Nietzsche reminds us, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." This detachment recalibrates desires, revealing growth within acceptance's embrace. Freeing from attachment nurtures harmony between aspiration and reality, allowing growth to flourish authentically amid impermanence. Our journey, a sacred dance of change, mirrors the cosmic rhythm, weaving the universe into our lives. We trust and adapt to life's flow, connecting to collective evolution. Heraclitus remarked, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it is not the same river, and he is not the same man." Transformation, a rhythmic surrender, enriches us and encourages continued growth. Purpose acts as a compass in our exploration, directing us through existence's maze. Infusing growth with purpose transcends individuality, forging meaningful paths that unite us with humanity's heart. We embrace purpose-driven growth, resonating collectively and cherishing rooms outgrown, inching closer to our inner homes. Transcendence awaits at transformation's threshold, unlocking self-realization's dimensions. Inspired by philosophers and sages, we confidently stride into the uncharted, embracing the wisdom guiding our path. Transcendence, a convergence of growth and redemption, fear and love, shatters limitations. In this magnificent dance, rooms outgrown testify to dreams beyond known horizons, leading us toward legacy and celestial unity. Discomfort gently announces itself as a harbinger of change, much like a distant whisper carried on the wind. It emerges quietly, slipping through the spaces where ambitions once fitted snugly, urging introspection and examination of the heart's yearnings. This subtle yet insistent companion is a signal flare igniting in your inner world, bidding you to delve into the roots of your restlessness. As the Stoics have long reminded us, these moments are living lessons, gateways, not barricades. As Epictetus wisely noted, the obstacle becomes the path, showing us that adversity is ultimately our teacher. The sensations of discomfort gently prod us to climb beyond our perceived limits, to expand into realms of growth once unseen. In this journey, the walls that once seemed comforting now inch closer, whispering of preparations for what lies just beyond sight. Far from being sources of suffering, they are threads woven into the tapestry of self-discovery. With each gentle pinch, the tight shoes of familiarity encourage contemplation of new avenues and gradual shedding of outgrown skins. This transformation aligns seamlessly with Buddhist teachings on impermanence, where life's fluidity urges continuous adaptation. When discomfort nudges, welcome it not as an adversary, but more as a wise coach who prompts you to train under its guidance until a new internal compass emerges. In discomfort, discover both the drive and the invitation to develop greater capabilities, propelling you toward evolution. As these boundaries press in, we encounter the suffocating sensation of stagnation, a shackle on creativity and existence. But in recognizing stagnation, we are challenged to overcome it like butterflies breaking free from cocoons. Nietzsche's wisdom reminds us that chaos is the precursor to greatness. Embracing discomfort then becomes an act of extraordinary courage, transcending the inertia of routine and illuminating pathways hidden in shadow. It's an existential dance where discomfort becomes a trusted guide, sparking movement, evolution, and the authentic confrontation with our own impermanence. This awareness transforms stagnation into action. Life lived intentionally, not by default. Resilience, that enduring spirit housed within, thrives not in comfort, but in the crucible of adverse conditions. From within discomfort's fertile soil, psychological resilience takes root and flourishes. Stoic wisdom, as Marcus Aurelius advised, prepares us by practicing endurance, turning life's vagaries into opportunities to strengthen the mind. In the discomfort zone, we are perpetually in training, testing mental prowess against life's trials with flexibility and grace. Here, resilience is cultivated as we surrender to life's rhythm, learning to dance gracefully amidst uncertainty. Amidst discomfort, resilience becomes a canvas for life's masterpiece, shaping you into a seasoned practitioner in the art of living. Transformation stealthily approaches, often masked as unease. Like a sculptor, it chisels away excess to reveal the essence hidden within. This gentle push into heightened awareness draws attention to unresolved discomforts, mapping areas ripe for evolution. The existential perspective sees this as a potent opportunity to embrace uncertainty, challenging us to explore unfamiliar landscapes for the truth. This verity, transformation as perpetual becoming, shifts discomfort from adversary to friend, guiding us toward enlightenment and greater self-awareness. With discomfort, we edge toward the precipice of uncertainty. Here, embracing the unknown with courage rather than retreating in fear marks a pivotal moment on our evolutionary journey. The Stoic perspective reframes uncertainty as a natural facet of existence. In recognition of life's unpredictability, our minds become flexible, adapting to myriad possibilities. Through encountering fear head-on, we wield uncertainty, carving paths through the unknown with curiosity and open-mindedness. This leap, the courageous embrace of the unknown, transforms uncertainty into wind and propels us towards self-discovery. Courage, mistaken for the absence of fear, is grace under pressure, revealed in the face of discomfort's trials. In these spaces, courage and resilience intertwine like dance partners, transforming fleeting worries into expansive opportunities. It's about embracing bravery amidst ambiguity, promoting inner autonomy over fear with each new possibility encountered. A narrative of courage, interwoven through discomfort and ancient philosophies, champions the potential for greatness innate in us all. In discomfort's bosom lies potential, the seed from which purpose springs. When seen through this lens, discomfort transforms into an inviting crucible, refining life's narrative and aligning actions with deeply held convictions. This dance of discomfort and awareness is akin to the potter's wheel, where our existence is sculpted in harmony with aspirations. Nietzsche's insight guides us. With a clear why, almost any how is bearable. Discomfort is thus the path toward purpose, revealing truths buried beneath the surface. Through discomfort, detachment offers liberation. It is not indifference, but the art of observing without becoming ensnared in emotional turmoil. Stoic teachings offer a roadmap to release suffering and embrace impermanence as a wise mentor, guiding us toward serenity. Detachment frees us from ego's grip, aligning us with spirit, traversing discomfort without being captivated. Balance, the equilibrium between growth and self-compassion, emerges as a thread woven between aspiration and soulful self-love, celebrating vulnerability and championing resilience. Gratitude, often overlooked, serves as a transformative beacon through discomfort's embrace. It shifts perception, lighting pathways where discomfort morphs into ally rather than foe. With gratitude's lens, discomfort reveals opportunities, fostering resilience and nurturing a mindset enriched with acceptance. This gratitude wells up, polishing the soul with gentle currents and illuminating the path toward personal evolution. As you set out on your journey of personal growth, you'll encounter a profound truth. Not everyone will grow with you. The path of self-discovery is deeply personal, and as you evolve, the dynamics of your relationships inevitably shift. This change can be both exhilarating and daunting. Growth is an individual experience, unfolding silently within and sometimes away from the gaze of others. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, reminds us that the greatest impediment to living is expectation, which depends on tomorrow and wastes today. As you focus on your evolution, you must release the expectation that others will follow. True progress often demands solitude, allowing you time to delve deeper into your essence, free from the weight of external validation. This transition doesn't compel you to sever connections or burn bridges. Rather, it calls for a gentle reevaluation of your interactions. As you ascend to higher levels of consciousness and self-awareness, some relationships may naturally recede into the background. This does not diminish their past significance. Instead, it reflects your changing needs and aspirations. Carl Jung, renowned for his work in analytical psychology, spoke of individuation as becoming who you truly are. Part of this journey involves discerning which relationships nurture your spiritual and emotional growth. Transformation may necessitate saying farewell to those who no longer align with your path, not from disdain, but from a place of understanding and compassion. In our interconnected world, expectations act as invisible threads, binding us to roles and responsibilities that often feel predefined. When you begin to question these threads, examining how expectations have shaped your life, you might find they no longer align with your evolving identity. This realization can be unsettling, revealing the depth of your investment in maintaining the status quo. Boundaries once accepted may now feel restrictive rather than protective. Echoing Epictetus, who advised, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Challenging expectations doesn't mean dismissing others' feelings. It means courageously honoring your truth over societal pressures. Imagine the relief of setting down burdens of expectations you didn't even know you carried. As you redefine success and happiness on your terms, liberation follows. This act of release is not a rejection of the past, but an embrace of your unfolding future. It invites authenticity, encouraging you to forge relationships and environments reflecting your deepest values and desires. This journey requires patience and understanding, nurturing self-compassion as an integral companion on your path. In this process, emotional discipline becomes essential. Growth often mandates releasing connections that no longer nurture your spirit. Guided by philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, you learn that growth demands shedding what once seemed vital, but now feels like an emotional chain. The Stoic notion of ataraxia, or serene calm, teaches approaching life's transitions with tranquility. This principle encourages honoring past relationships while gracefully accepting their natural conclusion, finding solace in cherished memories and lessons learned. Releasing attachments doesn't equal emotional numbness or absence of care. Instead, emotional discipline invites love to flow freely without shackles of need or dependency. Genuine love sometimes means letting go, allowing both parties to pursue unique paths. As existential philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre suggested, freedom is an ultimate responsibility. Freeing yourself and others from outdated relational contracts is an act of profound respect and love, fostering personal growth unimpeded. As you journey toward personal growth, embracing solitude becomes essential. Solitude offers a sanctuary where introspection blooms and creativity flows unhindered. Free from external clamor, you hear the whispers of your soul. Solitude isn't loneness, but a powerful tool for transformation. Through meditation, silence, and mindful walking, moments of deep reflection on your life's direction arise. These introspective moments often provide more clarity than external advice. The value of solitude lies in its ability to strip away the superfluous, unveiling your being's core, your true desires, fears, and strengths. Solitude empowers identification of what truly matters, offering insights into life's purpose. In these quiet contemplations, you feel your innate power and resilience. Solitude allows organic growth and transformation, nurturing seeds of inner wisdom. Understanding relationships' transient nature is crucial in personal growth. Buddhism emphasizes impermanence as a fundamental truth, applying to human connections and individual lives. Relationships are subject to change, and embracing this impermanence allows for graceful growth. By accepting relationships' fluid nature, appreciation for the present moment grows, knowing today's bonds might transform tomorrow. Each relationship holds a lesson or blessing contributing to your growth. While accepting that not everyone will grow alongside you, it's vital to cultivate a community of like-minded, growth-oriented individuals. These connections foster mutual encouragement and growth. Surrounding yourself with individuals who inspire, challenge, and support your journey creates an environment conducive to personal transformation. Embracing growth requires mastering detachment, a practice central to many philosophical traditions. Detachment isn't indifference, but an enlightened state of emotional equilibrium. By cultivating this mindset, you free yourself from expectations and fear of loss, allowing for growth. Applying detachment to relationships releases control, honoring each individual's autonomy and freedom. Non-attachment involves accepting connections' transient nature while cherishing their lessons. Navigating conflicting emotions with compassion honors your full humanity. By embracing mixed emotions with understanding, you cultivate emotional healing. Rumi, the Persian poet, viewed emotions as invitations, advising welcoming each one. Self-compassion becomes a soothing balm, reinforcing your capacity to navigate new territories. Embracing this compassion creates space for growth and transformation. Recognize the gift in new beginnings. Each journey stage offers a fresh canvas for your evolving narrative. Releasing what no longer serves you opens space for new opportunities. Envision release and embrace cycles of renewal, like the mythical phoenix, reborn and rejuvenated. Letting go paves the way for discovery, ushering in excitement and possibility. Stepping into the unknown requires courage, a central Stoic teaching. Facing uncertainty, Seneca reminds you that bravery isn't absence of fear, but determination to continue despite it. Walking forward means carrying with you the knowledge that each step furthers your evolution. Cultivate clarity, discerning essentials, and illuminate your path. Hold present moments close, appreciating growth's intricacies. With courage and clarity as companions, you continuously evolve, embracing life's boundless potential. In the quiet tapestry of human experience, where the echoes of ancient wisdom linger in the silences between thoughts, lies the power of a Stoic's growth. This growth is not punctuated by the clamor of festivities or heralded by banners of external praise. Instead, like the gradual unfolding of dawn on a still morning, it thrives in the sanctuary of introspection. Silence, as understood by the Stoics, offers a sacred retreat from the noise that often drowns the mind, allowing true transformation to take root. In these quiet spaces, the raw material of character is refined, and the soul emerges stronger, imbued with newfound clarity and purpose. This kind of evolution does not seek applause. It needs no witness to validate its existence. The Stoic appreciates that true change resonates in the subtle shifts within the self, unaccompanied by declarations. In the solitude of silence, we learn to listen, not merely with our ears, but with our whole being, to the whispers of wisdom that gently guide our journey. Here, we cultivate resilience, building an inner fortitude that guards us against the unpredictable tides of fortune. In this quiet crucible, we are liberated from the need to display our achievements, focusing instead on the quiet cultivation of inner truth. As we walk this path, we come to understand that the world's acclaim is a fleeting shadow, ever shifting and often inconsequential. Stoicism teaches us the art of detachment from both praise and criticism, offering a serene refuge from the tumult of public opinion. This detachment is not born of indifference, but springs from the recognition that true contentment resides within, independent of external validation. By practicing this, we anchor ourselves in values that endure, navigating life's oscillations with equanimity. Praise may dangerously inflate the ego, while criticism can seed doubt, but the Stoic stands unwavering, embracing both with calm acceptance, allowing neither to deflect the course of personal growth. In life's grand narrative, the quiet worker labors like an unseen weaver, threading contributions into the fabric of existence, unnoticed until the larger pattern reveals itself. The Stoics esteem this modest diligence, valuing actions over words as the most authentic testament to one's journey. The quiet worker shuns the allure of the spotlight, content within the solitude of meaningful labor. Here, in the shadowed corners of effort, virtues like patience, humility, and fortitude grow, weaving a character unassailable by external noise. This inward journey requires action to outshine announcement. In the realm of the Stoics, deeds form the cornerstone of authentic growth. An announcement may be grand, but it is transient. Action, however, is the language of the soul, shaping the world through persistent, quiet effort. The Stoic transcends verbal proclamations by allowing the substance of their work to stand as the true testament to their progression. This emphasis on action fosters accountability, as only through action can the truth of one's commitment to self-improvement manifest. To outgrow quietly is to seek mastery within, nurtured by the reflective practices intrinsic to Stoicism. This mastery is rooted in self-awareness and disciplined mindfulness that guide our emotions and actions. Through steady journaling and contemplation, the Stoic peels away the layers of self, uncovering virtues that steer their trajectory. This inward focus does not imply passivity. It demands active engagement and conscious decision-making, forging a steady character that sails life's uncertain seas with a calm, unshakable presence. Growth sometimes requires shedding the husk of past identities, beliefs, and attachments. In this quiet release, the Stoic acknowledges life's transient nature, understanding that clinging hinders evolution. By letting go without fanfare, we embrace the truth of constant change. This silent process is one of courage and trust, an act of faith that new spaces will open, ripe with growth's potential. Instead of dwelling on past regrets, the Stoic adopts self-compassion, turning mistakes into stepping stones, fostering a gracious acceptance of the flux inherent in life. Detachment, a keystone in Stoic philosophy, acts as both a shield and a catalyst for growth. This principle is not apathy, but a clear-eyed vision that transcends every moment's illusions. Detachment grants the freedom to engage with the world without ensnarement, offering a path that is unencumbered and directed by a higher wisdom. Free from the fetters of desire and fear, the Stoic cultivates resilience, fostering growth through an understanding that worldly gains and losses are transient. Patience, too, weaves itself into the Stoic's journey, a gentle reminder that growth blooms at its own pace. In cultivation, patience teaches us to embrace life's challenges as valuable teachers, revealing that progress is not measured by speed, but by enduring commitment. This tempered approach invites a deeper connection with life, fostering a profound engagement that withstands the trials of existence. In the realm of internal dialogues, Stoicism finds depth. These dialogues serve as mirrors, reflecting the heart's deepest truths, illuminating motivations, fears, and desires. Engaging with this inner voice grants clarity, enabling purposeful action aligned with genuine values. It is a dialogue that extends beyond fleeting emotions, reshaping the path of growth with thoughtful deliberation and unwavering resolve. Here, within these quiet conversations, the Stoic finds the mental agility to navigate life's complexities with wisdom and serenity. The Stoic's odyssey of self-improvement unfolds silently, persisting without seeking external acknowledgement. This journey demands a devotion to constant betterment, a silent, relentless pursuit of virtues that transcends superficial recognition. Guided by an inner purpose that illuminates even the most shadowed paths, the Stoic listens to an inner truth, forging a legacy of strength, wisdom, and peace that defies words. In the quiet strength of their resolve, they embody a timeless journey, a whispered harmony of enduring growth. The comfort of the familiar often masquerades as safety, a beguiling illusion painting a picture of security and predictability. This false sense of safety is a double-edged sword. It fastens us to a static identity, shielding us from the transformative power of embracing the unknown. Within the cocoon of familiarity, we are lulled into a state of complacency, where the scarcity of challenges stagnates growth, and the brighter potential of our being is kept in the shadows. To unshackle ourselves from this illusion, we need introspection and the bravery to ask ourselves an unsettling question. Is the life we are leading truly fulfilling, or merely convenient? Grappling with this inquiry opens the possibility that clinging to the familiar is less of a sanctuary from fear, and more an obstruction to genuine self-discovery. To transcend these confines, we must reframe our understanding of safety, realizing true security is not the absence of risk, but our resilience in the face of it. This shift beckons us to reconsider the essence of living authentically. As we venture beyond the known, we tap into an endless well of creativity and potential, allowing our true selves to surface. Though the journey is fraught with uncertainty, therein lies its power, exploring the expanse of possibility with courage and grace. The certainty promised by familiarity is superficial compared to the profound assurance found in embracing life's mystery and trusting our capacity to evolve beyond the confines we know. Much like the snake shedding its skin, we must release outdated identities that no longer serve our growth. This process isn't about dismissing our past, but honoring it as an essential chapter of our journey. The old skin, a composite of experiences and beliefs, has brought us to where we are presently, but may hinder our forward momentum. Recognizing this transience, we undergo a sacred rite of passage, discerning values that resonate with our evolving self. Shedding these layers becomes an act of liberation, making room for authenticity to flourish. Engaging in this rite demands intentional reflection and the audacity to embrace vulnerability. As we peel back the layers of former roles and labels, facing the fear of the unknown and societal expectations becomes inevitable. Yet such openness permits the real contours of our identity to emerge, encouraging a redefinition of how we relate to ourselves and the world around us. In this space, we become the architects of our destiny, crafting an identity that is both fluid and grounded, echoing ancient wisdom and future aspirations. The rite completes not with arrival at a destination, but with the complete embrace of the voyage itself. The journey to self-discovery begins as we step into the wilderness of uncertainty, a landscape devoid of familiar landmarks. While daunting, this wilderness is essential for profound growth and revelation. Here, creativity thrives and profound insights surface. In this uncharted territory, we learn to trust intuition and the quiet wisdom that arises from stillness. Navigating this space, we embrace uncertainty, not as a source of fear, but an invitation to explore our fullest potential. Free from preconceived notions, we witness our truest self unfolding. In this wilderness, every step becomes an act of faith, each decision a testament to our resilience and adaptability. Here, Stoic principles animate, with an understanding that our response to uncertainty is within our control, differing from the uncertainty itself. Cultivating virtues like courage, wisdom, and patience prepares us to meet the unknown with equanimity. Each moment is an opportunity to reevaluate our purpose and direction, fostering a connection to ourselves and the world, leading to enduring insights. Simultaneously, we redefine success, looking beyond conventional metrics. Traditional success measures, wealth, status, achievement often bind us to narrow narratives misaligned with our true desires. This reimagining views success as deeply personal, honoring our intrinsic values and purposes aligned with our soul's calling instead of external approval. Profound introspection underpins this exploration, inviting us to discover what matters beyond superficial attainments. It compels us to question if our pursuits foster growth or merely perpetuate ceaseless striving. Shifting focus from attainment to fulfillment nurtures peace, transcending materiality. This journey toward new success redefinitions isn't a rejection of ambition, but a realignment with authenticity. Success isn't reaching a pinnacle, but engaging in a meaningful and purposeful journey. At personal evolution's core is a compelling paradox: static identity juxtaposed against the dynamic process of change. Embracing this paradox means acknowledging our core essence endures, though identity expressions continuously flux. Venturing beyond self-imposed limits unveils varied self-aspects, each presenting insights and challenges. Reconciling this constancy with inevitable change brings us to true self-understanding. This embrace of paradox demands releasing fear of contradictions, accepting identity as a spectrum of evolving possibilities. Change, then, is not an identity threat, but its natural progression, freeing us to explore, experiment, and transform. Spiritual teachings echo this balance: being and becoming, permanence and transformation. Harmonizing these forces unveils our true self, unfettered by static constraints, reveling in discovery and wisdom. Guidance from the ancients lights our path, with Stoicism's virtue and resilience, and Buddhism's impermanence, wisdom supplementing our journey with a timeless compass. Internalizing these teachings transforms them into an intrinsic identity facet, harmonizing with virtues like compassion and mindfulness. By journeying with ancient wisdom, we enrich self-discovery's understanding, honoring their enduring insights as guides. Through releasing attachments, fears, and limitations, we capture bravery essential for genuine liberation, reclaiming distant and dormant self-fragments, connecting to our true potential, unfolding in life's dance. As one progresses along the path of personal growth, it's all too easy to mistake the liberation from old confines for an air of arrogance. Society often equates modesty with remaining small, but true expansion is not about surpassing others. It's about achieving greater alignment with one's essence. In rising beyond previous boundaries, you come to understand yourself profoundly, discovering an inner peace that radiates from authenticity. This harmony is not derived from worldly approval, but from a deeper resonance with values that reflect your soul's truth. Marcus Aurelius eloquently spoke of knowing oneself and aligning with one's true nature, reminding us that certainty is born from understanding. This intrinsic alignment acts as a guiding compass, allowing decisions steeped in authenticity and virtue, central to Stoic philosophy. Shedding previous skins is not a disdain for past selves, but a natural evolution akin to a snake shedding to accommodate growth. This is not arrogance. It is an acceptance of the life force, eager to burst forth. Graceful transformation acknowledges that stagnation is not humility, but an impediment to truth and virtue. Transformation is a journey homeward, where one discerns their essence amidst life's clutter. Outgrowing an old identity is not departure from the past, but a homecoming. Envision walking through a dense forest, finding paths obscured until the fog of societal expectations lifts, revealing a clearer view of your origins and truths. It's peeling away layers of fear and conditioned beliefs, making space for a more genuine self. Existential thinkers like Kierkegaard advocated this sincere introspection as a means to uncover motivations shaping our actions. Reconnecting involves facing intimidating emotions, confronting internalized fears with a spirit of detachment, letting go of illusions that diminish potential. In embracing our purest self, we fulfill Nietzsche's call to become who we truly are, validating past experiences as priceless tools for today's insight. Fear, so often paralyzing, can be transformed into a potent catalyst for growth. Standing on the edge of becoming more than before, fear emerges as a shadow, a signal of imminent change. As Seneca taught, fears harbor latent power essential for development. Rather than halting, fear suggests areas we are poised to gain strength and insight. Facing fear directly, rewriting its narrative, transforms it into a compass, guiding us to deeper self-awareness. With fear acknowledged, its once dominant force softens into gentle guidance. This shift transforms fear into a stepping stone to resilience, enriching one's journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Reflection becomes the mirror for transformation's quiet evolution. Through silence, journaling, or meditation, it reveals truths obscured by life's frenetic pulse. As Epicurus suggested, a life of introspection aligns with happiness and fulfillment. Reflection weeds out barren territories of the mind while nurturing fertile grounds for growth. It ties past aspirations with present state, forging a coherent identity narrative from past experiences to future potential. Reflection doesn't sever ties with one's former self. It refines understanding, turning outgrowing from abandonment into expansion. Often defined by external influences, our identities can become facades, masking our essence. Outgrowing the old you requires detachment from these facades, an individuation Jung described, embracing individuality beyond societal archetypes. It's discerning imposed elements from those resonating with your inner truth, creating a space unshackled from ego and pretense. This detachment centers self-worth in internal sources rather than external validation. It's not emotionless detachment, but finding freedom to live authentically, unfazed by illusions that previously dictated choices. Growth often involves what appears as loss, a misunderstood sacrifice. Yet this process is like a tree shedding leaves for renewal, an essential clearing for forward movement. Reframing loss as a transitional gateway reveals new opportunities and wisdom, allowing the cycle of letting go to prepare for renewal. Embracing impermanence, as taught in Buddhist philosophy, encourages appreciation of life's cycles, fostering an understanding that each phase readies one for the next, ensuring lessons and insights enrich the journey. Trust becomes a faithful companion throughout this transformative voyage, requiring faith in navigating unknowns. As Seneca noted, fortune favors those navigating adaptation gracefully. Such trust is rooted in knowing that each change aligns with authenticity. Inner stability amid external flux encourages responding to life's unpredictable dance with resilience. Trust isn't merely necessity, but a gift enabling embracement of transformation's surprises. This acceptance forms a resilient mindset, open to whatever the future holds. The interplay between liberation and constraint forms the dynamic essence of human condition growth. Liberation opens pathways, while constraint offers structure. These dualities, like Cicero's concept of liberty, foster a symphony of balanced growth. Freedom generates creativity, while constraints anchor and ground us, ensuring the balance of the two nurtures creativity and responsibility. Recognizing this dynamic, one embraces growth as a paradoxical blend of freedom and form, where liberation harmonizes with discipline for fruitful personal evolution. The narrative of your life chronicles not a static script, but an evolving masterpiece. Rewriting this narrative involves consciously crafting life's story, shaping identity with reflective self-empowerment. Embracing this agency allows reimagining the plot's pivotal turns, freeing oneself from limiting beliefs. This narrative celebrates growth, making each moment an integral brushstroke in the art of living. In perpetual evolution, life transforms into a journey of discovery, beckoning with Rilke's call to move ever onwards, fashioning ordinary existence into extraordinary art, as we each become vibrant pilgrims of unending growth. In the quiet moments of reflection, we come to see that growth often demands the creation of new environments that resonate with the individuals we have become. Rooted in the teachings of Stoicism, this journey is an acceptance of change as a fundamental force of life. Just as trees stretch towards the sun and rivers chart fresh courses, we too must adapt our surroundings once they no longer reflect our true nature. The discomfort we feel in these once comfortable spaces becomes nature's gentle push, urging us toward creativity and expansion. To embark on this journey amidst the unknown, we draw on resilience, the heart of Stoic philosophy. It's about embracing impermanence, seeing upheaval not as a hindrance, but as a catalyst for creativity and strength. By accepting the world in its constant state of change, we ready ourselves to build new spaces, tangible or conceptual, that mirror our inner transformation. Each space born from this process stands as a testament to our readiness for life's unending flow and our unwavering commitment to growth. Before these new spaces can materialize, we must first embrace a period of emptiness, a void where the familiar has been left behind, yet the new remains unformed. This emptiness should not only be accepted, but cherished, for within its silence lies potential. Echoing existential thought, this void invites introspection, offering a canvas unmarked by external influences where our true desires find expression. Embracing this void fosters resilience. It is within this quietude that patience and endurance take root, allowing creativity to flourish into an authentic reflection of self. In relinquishing the fear of this emptiness, we empower ourselves to fill it with elements reflective of our deepest values. Designing with intention emerges as the next step, requiring that our new environments resonate with our evolved selves. As an architect, painstakingly sketches every detail before construction, we too must envision spaces that embody our matured values and aspirations. Drawing inspiration from Epicureanism, which highlights simple pleasures and harmony with nature, we seek to infuse our spaces with meaning. Here, intention transcends mere aesthetics. It involves crafting environments that nurture growth, balancing ambition with functionality. Just as spiritual teachings underscore the unity of body and mind, our physical spaces should bolster our mental and emotional well-being, becoming springboards for continued evolution. In the act of creation, resilience lights our path, teaching us to weather challenges with composed resolve. Like a sculptor who reveals form through perseverance, we navigate chaos to shape order and beauty. Building new spaces demands steadfast dedication, where every obstacle is an invitation to strengthen our resolve, transforming the building process into a testament of strength. These spaces are not merely adaptations, but platforms on which we thrive, their existence a tribute to the courage and creativity from which they were born. Our evolved spaces are ecosystems of growth, dynamic and nurturing. Much like a gardener tends to a flourishing plot, we must cultivate these environments to encourage ongoing personal development. We draw wisdom from ancient and modern sources, crafting spaces that engage our senses, prompt thought, and nurture reflection. As these spaces challenge and nurture us, they incite a cycle of outgrowing and rebuilding, each new iteration a reflection of expanded consciousness. This continuous renewal ensures we remain adaptable, prepared for life's next steps. Building new environments calls for bridges, not barriers. Inspired by existential reflections on human connectivity, a well-designed space serves as a bridge to new ideas and experiences, expanding our understanding rather than confining it. This perspective encourages openness and receptivity to life's impermanence, embracing collaboration and valuing diverse experiences. In doing so, our environments foster both solitude and connection, enriching our lives with meaningful exchanges and ensuring an ever-evolving tapestry of experiences. The reflection on minimalism and purpose sharpens our focus in these new spaces. Stoic and Buddhist principles of simplicity emphasize the virtues of reducing excess to lead a serene life aligned with nature. This reduction isn't joyless but purposeful, with each item chosen for its meaningful contribution to our lives. Minimalism clears paths for deeper insights, reminding us of the Stoic principle to live according to nature, and inviting assessments of true value in our possessions and commitments. As we shape these spaces, allowing them to mirror the peace we seek within is paramount. Inspired by thinkers like Carl Jung, who speak to the harmony of inner and outer worlds, we see our environments as reflections of our internal state. Intentional design, favoring natural light, muted hues, and organic materials, creates a sanctuary that nurtures serenity and invites reflection, providing an anchor during life's storms, reinforcing internal peace and radiating it outward. Finally, we tune in to the wisdom these spaces offer, understanding them as partners in our journey. Spaces, like people, possess subtle voices, offering insights from our past and aspirations for the future. Attentive to the cues they provide, we learn what brings discomfort or joy, guiding our ongoing evolution. This active listening establishes a dynamic connection with our space, becoming a living testament to growth and transformation. This process of outgrowing and rebuilding is cyclical, a reflection of nature's rhythm. In accepting this cycle and its inherent impermanence, we prepare ourselves to embrace ongoing creation and transcendence. Each new space becomes a repository of wisdom, conducive to the pursuit of knowledge, wellness, and fulfillment. Through this embracing of change, we stay ready for the journey, eternally poised on the brink of becoming. From the bustling streets of ancient Athens to the serene Roman baths, discipline was a value nestled deep within the Stoic heart. Figures like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius revered discipline not as a mere shackle, but a profound path to liberation. They saw it as self-mastery, a channel guiding one's actions in harmony with virtue rather than impulse. This mastery was not a recipe for a joyless existence. Rather, it unlocked a well of self-understanding. By embracing discipline, one embraces the Stoic life, understanding that true freedom is not indulgence in our desires, but liberation from them. Epictetus spoke of the wisdom in focusing on what one can control, an insight into living a life defined by responses shaped with temperance. On the journey of growth, as we outgrow spaces once snug, discipline is our faithful companion, providing steady guidance against the torrents of life's capricious nature. Comfort may offer safety, but it also risks stagnation. The discipline we choose to carry acts as scaffolding, allowing us to break free from the embrace of familiarity without losing our core values. Growth ought not to be hurried, like the caterpillar methodically shedding its cocoon. Through discipline, we nurture the courage to gently uproot the comforts of past security, thereby preparing for the unknown. Comfort, though soothing, holds a seductive allure. It tempts us into the ease of passive familiarity, overshadowing growth's call. The comfort zone, gentle as it may seem, can bind us in stasis. Spiritual, emotional, and intellectual growth demand recognizing that comfort isn't always aligned with evolution. It fosters a mirage where ease masquerades as happiness, encouraging complacency over ambition. In sensing the space between current satisfaction and potential fulfillment, growth is sparked, fueled by the disquiet of striving for more. By acknowledging comfort does not equal happiness, we carry discipline into the unknown with greater resolve. The Stoics knew the ephemeral nature of human desires. They taught moderation and virtuous living, imparting the profound joy found in living rightly. In today's distractive realm, the challenge is amplified. Bombarded by distractions, the seeker must learn to listen beyond siren calls of shallow pleasures. Through discipline, we cultivate a life not shaped by transient ease, but by principles that align deeply with our true selves. Our core values lay the bedrock upon which evolution stands. These principles, deeply personal, evolve through experience, shaping our compass in the seas of life. For Stoics, core values like wisdom and temperance guided every decision. Today's seekers may have variations, but strength lies in stability, a constant amidst change. During transitions, core values provide continuity and fortification. They transcend comfort's allure, keeping us disciplined and focused on meaningful growth. As familiar shores fade, our core values journey with us, reminding us who we are at our essence, anchoring moments of doubt and indecision. Challenges, embraced as catalysts for transformation, illuminate discipline's path. Stoicism teaches life's adversities are not foes to shun, but experiences to embrace, fortifying our inner selves. Seneca expounded on adversity's gifts, revealing character and strength. In hardship, comfort-seeking tendencies dissolve, allowing discipline to guide us. Challenges push boundaries, urging deliberative living. For those on the growth path, challenges become stepping stones over old comforts, drawing us into experiences of broadened understanding. Discipline, rooted in values, forges courage from fear and transforms discomfort into growth's fertile ground. Habits and routines, silent architects of daily life, must be examined. Do they serve evolution or anchor us to stagnation? This honest introspection demands willingness to change. Habits avoiding discomfort need replacing with one's nurturing core values. The habit of passive viewing could transform into philosophical reading or introspective journaling. Through intentional change, habits are reshaped, cultivating growth and virtue, crafting lives reflective of aspirations. Letting go is an art of heart and discipline. It is making room for the new by releasing the obsolete, whether relationships, surroundings, or beliefs. The comfort of the past clings tightly, resisting release. Yet personal elevation demands recognizing when to hold and when to release. This act transforms self-liberation, affirming commitment to our journey. Stoics advocated focusing inward, detaching from the external, encouraging us to navigate potential seas. Discipline reinforces this, steering us through discomfort with steady hands. Letting go is an act of faith, trusting we move towards our true selves. Discipline paradoxically fosters freedom. It liberates us, allowing lives guided by considered intent. Stoic philosophers discerned freedom's essence, not in whims, but aligning actions with principles. As comfort zones dwindle, discipline channels purpose amidst choices and changes. It liberates, enabling the pursuit of aspirations authentically aligned with values. As we embark on evolution's path, striking a balance between detachment and humanness is vital. Stoics encouraged emotional detachment for peace, yet not devoid of love, compassion, or feeling. It's life engagement without overwhelming. Balancing reason and heart in our journey ensures we savor life's warmth while embracing disciplined liberation, reflecting human experience. Growth is adaptation, outgrowing environments, embracing new challenges, embodying Stoic acceptance of change. Adaptation is a dance, holding firm to values while integrating the new, ensuring core truthful alignment. As we adapt, discipline anchors us, turning aspirations into profound knowledge integration, inviting deep exploration beyond comfort's furrows. The path forward, illuminated by discipline, beckons us to contemplate legacy, a beacon of enduring values, urging us onward. Life's transitions often drift in like a gentle mist, shrouded in uncertainty and devoid of guarantees. This feeling of unreadiness grips the heart like a heavy fog that rolls over a quiet landscape at dawn. Yet this nebulous state holds the seeds of transformation. Growth invariably requires stepping into the unknown, not as a reckless leap into the abyss, but as a strategic, albeit hesitant, toe dipped into the uncharted waters of potential. The Stoic wisdom encapsulates this discomfort as a catalyst that propels us from static comfort zones into dynamic realms of growth. Confidence, we come to see, is not a prerequisite for progression. Rather, it is through progression that confidence is nurtured. In reality, readiness is but an illusion concocted by our minds to shield us from the daunting prospects of change. Life's grandest ventures rarely align with our perceived sense of preparedness. Imagine a bird perched at the edge of its nest, its wings trembling with latent potential it has never dared to test. The decision to spread those wings is not born of an innate assurance in flight, but of a deep yearning to experience something beyond its known domain. Like the bird, we must learn that waiting for absolute certainty can imprison us in inertia. By moving forward despite feelings of inadequacy, we uncover the reservoirs of resilience and strength within us. Fear stands as a steadfast guardian at the threshold of change, wielding its intimidating specter to dissuade us from taking crucial steps into the unknown. Yet this emotion is not solely an adversary, but a dual-edged sword capable of guiding our growth. While fear often equates with trepidation, its presence signals potential for expansion and transformation. By embracing a Stoic mindset, we confront fear, dissecting whether it stems from genuine risk or mere discomfort beyond our life narratives. Viewing fear not as a hindrance, but as a catalyst for insight, reframes our journey, allowing its presence to inform rather than dictate our actions. When we examine the roots of our fears, be it societal expectations, self-doubt, or past failures, their power diminishes, and trepidation transforms into tenacity, urging us onward, despite intimidating shadows. Comfort, similar to soft sand slipping through fingers, offers temporary respite, yet ultimately serves as an ephemeral resting place on our path to growth. The paradox lies in recognizing comfort's dual nature. While it nurtures rest and recovery, it can also stagnate progress. Stoicism teaches us to appreciate comfort without succumbing to its seduction into stasis. In its sanctuary, complacency festers, confining us to familiar patterns and deterring us from heeding transformation's call. Thus, discerning when comfort serves or stifles becomes essential. Consider the butterfly's chrysalis, a sanctuary for metamorphosis. Comfort enables change. But if seduced by warmth, the butterfly would forgo the ecstasy of flight. Through conscious evaluation, we harness comfort as a stepping stone, rather than a threshold on the journey toward our authentic selves. In our world, readiness is often equated with reassurance, yet opting for courage over reassurance stands as an act of profound defiance and self-trust. Reassurance seeks to soothe insecurities with comforting certainties, while courage dares to embrace uncertainty with resolve. Stoicism champions the view that true readiness arises not from reassurance, but from courage amidst ambiguity. This allows us to redefine success not as the absence of failure, but as the audacity to continue despite the specter of uncertainty. With courage as our compass, we adopt adaptability as strength, finding empowerment in vulnerability and embracing an imperfect pathway. Imperfection, often maligned as deviation from the ideal, is honored within Stoic philosophy as the crucible through which we grow. This narrative shift transforms our journey from striving for flawless execution to embracing the unique beauty of each step. Growth does not spring from perfection's pursuit. It thrives in persistent endeavor, where mastery dwells in processes over outcomes. Stoicism reminds us that growth is perpetual evolution, fueled by iteration, reflection, and adaptation. Through authenticity, imperfections illuminate our path, teaching us that our truest selves emerge resilient from the fumbling strides toward aspirations. Discomfort, often perceived as an antagonist to contentment, emerges as a major ally in the journey of transformation. By reframing discomfort as an essential companion, we learn to see it as an indicator of progress, changing adversity into opportunities for insight and fortitude. The acceptance of discomfort enriches our navigation of life's unpredictabilities, pushing us into new territories. Through its mastery, we unveil latent potential, discovering strength untapped, propelling us toward our ultimate selves. Letting go stands central to leaving before readiness. A gateway to growth, detachment is not apathy, but a conscious choice to release what binds us to stasis. With each surrender, outdated narratives and expectations fall away, allowing fertile ground for new growth. In trusting this liberating process, we open to vast possibilities beyond current confines, aligning with life's rhythm, and are emboldened by acknowledging our potential. As we venture into the uncharted, vulnerability intertwines deeply with the theme of trusting the journey. Stoic teachings embrace the belief that, though fraught with unforeseen challenges, the path ultimately guides toward soul-aligned growth. Trusting the journey is relinquishing the need for certainty, allowing life to reveal its intricate design in due time. Resilience blooms, affirming that as we choose to proceed in unease, we lean toward life in harmony, progressing ever closer to our highest selves. Life's dance is not a sprint toward a final destination, but a gentle, cyclical waltz with awareness. growth unfolds not as a singular ascent, but as a series of rhythmic cycles, each inviting a deeper level of understanding. As we traverse the paths of life, we encounter moments that prompt us to re-evaluate our internal landscapes and the world we inhabit. This awareness mirrors the Stoic practice of mindfulness, a steady gaze that evaluates without prejudice. Accepting when the familiar confines of our environment, both within and without, no longer serve our journey forward, is the first step in this elegant evolution. Awareness tenderly whispers that stagnation invites decay, while growth reveals unseen realms and uncharted experiences. Awareness fuels transformation, crafting within us a consciousness that navigates the intricate web of thoughts, emotions, and circumstances steering our actions. Through this lens of consciousness, we can discern which aspects of our lives beckon for evolution and which are grounded in fear or comfort. This process of observation and discernment parallels Buddhist meditation practices, where the mind observes without attachment or aversion, guiding us through life's vast ocean from the known into the infinite potential of what could be. Every cycle of growth expands not only our capacities, but deepens our resonance with our purpose and the universe encompassing us. The journey of growth invites a shedding, much like serpents must cast off old skins to expand. We, too, must release what no longer fits, a process that can be bittersweet, as it often involves relinquishing parts of our identity that once defined us. This shedding is an essential rite of passage from one stage of being to another. Courage blooms in this acceptance of discomfort, trusting that beneath the layers being gently peeled away lies a more authentic self. Each removed layer offers a chance to be more honest, more present in the life we choose to craft, embracing both physical and spiritual release. Echoing existentialism, which welcomes change and uncertainty, letting go becomes a testament to our commitment to aligning closely with our highest potential. From here, new perspectives, relationships, and opportunities resonate with our truest essence, allowing dreams to root and flourish in the fertile grounds of our newfound clarity. Our identity, ever fluid, mirrors the currents shaped by time and experience. As we outgrow old rooms, we must embrace this nature, understanding that our essence is not a static point, but a spectrum of possibilities. In harmony with Stoicism's acceptance of impermanence, we learn that our identity is not a solitary narrative, but a tapestry woven from our past, present, and future. By accepting this fluidity, we unlock freedom, unshackled from outdated versions of ourselves, and are encouraged by existentialism to create our own meaning. This liberates us from societal constraints, allowing grace and resilience to guide us through the seas of change, drawing us closer to embodying the values and virtues we hold dear. Though our identities shift, our values remain steadfast, serving as anchors amidst change's tumultuous waves. Stoicism shines light on virtue as the highest good, a moral compass steering actions and decisions. Meanwhile, existential thinkers like Nietzsche underscore the vital importance of individual values in crafting meaningful lives. These enduring principles stand as lighthouses, guiding us with clarity and purpose through life's dense fog. Anchoring in such values is akin to laying a foundation, stable and resolute, offering refuge against life's tempests and encouraging a commitment to transcend adversity. Through this alignment of actions with eternal values, we craft a life tapestry imbued with authenticity and integrity, ever guided by the North Star toward infinite personal and spiritual evolution. Solitude offers sanctuary for introspection, silencing the world's clamor to reveal a blank canvas for envisioning our journey's next stages. Stoic ideals esteem solitude as a cherished practice, cultivating self-awareness and inner tranquility, nurturing transformation's soil as intuition's whispers rise and resonate. In these quiet moments, we confront fears, reflect on experiences, and nurture resilience, empowering steps into the unknown, with insights gained through peaceful reflection. Within the confines of failure lie the rich, fertile grounds from which growth springs eternal. Embracing setbacks with a stoic and existential lens reveals failure as less a daunting spectre and more a necessary stepping stone. It offers invaluable lessons of humility and perseverance, framing each perceived setback as a chance for deeper learning and personal refinement. Accepting failure liberates us from the paralyzing fear of mistakes, shifting the narrative to one of abundant growth, enabling courageous strides forward and celebrating transformations born from this reclaimed resilience. While transformation often occurs quietly within, unseen by the public eye, its impact is profound and everlasting. This private revolution reflects Epicurean values of inner tranquility over external acclaim. Drawing from Jung's teachings, introspection crafts an unshakable foundation, sowing seeds of authenticity where inner work becomes fertile ground for authentic outer actions. Through evolution, we perceive our interconnectedness, realizing our role within a greater whole. Stoicism emphasizes our contributions to humanity's collective journey, resonant with Buddhist teachings of interdependence. Understanding this unity nurtures empathy and compassion, inviting mindful actions that harmonize personal journeys with life's grand tapestry. Lastly, contemplating mortality brings the clarity needed to live intentionally and authentically. Embracing life's finitude propels us to seize each moment, grounding us in meaning and legacy beyond temporal concerns. As the path winds forward, let each step be one of curiosity and courage, guided by ancient wisdom toward infinite possibilities. Let the call of growth echo on this journey. Invite viewers to like and subscribe, and continue this meditative pilgrimage together.